Alright, so as you can see, I'm in my car. Today I wanted to make a chill video. I was trying to catch the sunrise, but apparently it's very cloudy that you cannot even see the sun. So that's a shame. Got my Tibetan bird tea with me. It's so good. If you haven't tried Tibetan bird tea, I highly recommend you try it. So good. Today I wanted to make a chill video. Just wrote down some bullet points and just have a chill chat. I always wanted to start a podcast, but I thought at that time that it wasn't the right time to start a podcast. But yeah, when is the perfect time, right? Like they say, the best time to plant a tree is like 2 years ago, and the second best time is now. So if you have like a goal, something you wanted to start a YouTube channel, podcast, or I don't know, whatever you want to do, right? I think there is no perfect time. You should just do it, like Nike says. Just do it right now. Don't wait for the perfect time because it won't come. Doing it right now is the perfect time. So it's the advice that I'm trying to follow. That's why I'm starting this. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to probably be long. I'm not going to edit, like maybe do some cuts, but that's it. So it's going to be a podcast style video. I didn't wanted it to be, how do I say, like too serious at the beginning. I wanted to eliminate as much barriers as possible to start this. So that's why I said I'm just going to have a chill chat for the first episode. I don't even know what I'm going to call this or title this video or call the podcast. I don't know the name. I don't have a name. It's not the most important. It's very important to start and you'll figure it out along the way, right? I've heard Ali Abdal said this once, like there are two types of people. One is an architect who plans out everything in detail, right? Waits till the plan is perfect. And on the other hand, there is archaeologist who doesn't have a perfect plan. He has an idea, but he goes with that plan and takes action first. And then he figures it out along the way. He adjusts the course, the path. So I think personally, I'm more of a archaeologist. I do plan a bit, but not till it's perfect. I just have an idea. I have a kind of a plan, and then I just try to take action, and then figure out along the way, adapt and adjust. Why do I want to start a podcast? First of all, like 80 to 90% of the content that I consume are podcasts. This is no joke. Like at home, watching podcasts, like even driving or running, I listen to a podcast. I really enjoy listening to podcasts. I like watching podcasts because the guest and the host goes really deep into the specific topic, right? So you get to learn much more. You have a deeper understanding of that topic instead of just watching a short YouTube video or even like a TikTok. Like even entertainment, I watch Chunks and Philly show, Sheiks and Gigs. Like those are like entertaining podcasts. Well, the second reason why I want to start a podcast is I like talking about deeper topics, like topics that I'm interested in. I do like small talks, but not like the whole time. I like having deeper conversations. And with a podcast, you can go much deeper into a topic. I can bring on someone that I know or an expert in the future to learn more about the topic. I get to learn from the guests, and you'll also get value from the guests as well, right? And the guest gets like the views, the eyeballs. So it's like a win-win situation for everyone. I didn't want it to wait till I have someone on the podcast. I didn't want it to hold me back from starting this. So I thought I'll just do a solo episode, and when I want to bring on people, I'll just bring on someone I know, maybe a friend, someone that I know online, and eventually guests who are like expert in their own field. That would be awesome. But the thing is, I didn't want it to make it too serious at the beginning. Just want to make it a chill one and slowly take it more seriously. And I don't have to stress about the performance of this video. I don't like if the video doesn't perform well, it's fine. The thing is, I get to connect more with you to a long form content. That's why I like podcasts. I like longer videos. I like to watch longer YouTube videos, like half an hour, an hour. Podcasts are always like one to like 2-3 hours. I also think that it's important to watch more long form content than short form content like TikTok and Instagram, because it really shortens your attention span and it fucks up with your dopamine system. I'm guilty of it myself. I go on TikTok and like I waste a lot of time on TikTok. Even I can feel that my attention span is shorter than it used to be. So that's why I'm trying to limit my time on TikTok and watch more long form content like podcasts. So good. Still warm. Like I said, I want this to be a chill video. Doesn't have to be too serious, especially at the beginning. When you want to start something, I think you have to make it as easy as possible to start. Whether it's creating a podcast, YouTube video, writing a book, I don't know, starting whatever you want to start, just make it as easy as possible so that you can take that first step, because the first step is the most difficult one and most important one, right? Even I procrastinate a lot, I have to be honest. Like even making this video, I have procrastinated like few days to make this video, but eventually I took that step and now I'm recording this video. So make it as easy as possible. Don't have to wait for the perfect time. I don't know how frequent I'm going to make like the podcast episodes. I don't want to stress about it. This is like a fun side project. So that's why I'm not taking it too seriously, not setting like rules at the beginning. If I don't have anyone to bring on, I'll just do solo episodes. I can do like monthly favorites. I did that once where I talk about like few interesting things that I came across recently. It can be a quote, it can be a book or a podcast or an idea from someone, and then we can talk about it. I can bring on a friend, we can have like a conversation, or it can be a guest, or it can also be online. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Like we'll adapt along the way. And for the location, I might keep doing it in the car, or I might do it at home, or it can be anywhere. There is no rule. Because it's the end of the month, I used to do like monthly reflection, monthly reset kind of thing. But to be honest, I haven't done it in the last few months. That's something that I want to bring back. And through this first episode, I want to kind of reflect on the month. I think it's very important to reflect, like monthly, weekly, or daily reflection. I make daily vlogs. I mean private vlogs. I started doing it 2 years ago. Like just recording and documenting my life and keep it private. I did upload some of the vlogs on my second channel that I don't post anymore on. But if you want, you can check out the second channel where I did upload some private vlogs. If you're interested, you can check that out. I think reflecting is very important, whether it's journaling, writing it in a notebook, or making a video reflecting on something. So it's this app. If you have an iPhone, it's called Journal, and I use the voice to text feature on it, and it's really good where I can just speak and then it automatically types the text. So I really liked it. So reflecting on the month of February, as you know, I recently started running beginning of this year in January. Actually, before coming here, I ran about 3 kilometers. Currently, I'm doing a running challenge that I came across on Instagram, where you run 1 meter per followers you have. I currently have 2.8k on Instagram. Yeah, you can check it out on my Instagram, and you can help me run more by following me on Instagram. Beginning of this month, I went to Paris for a 10k race with 2 of my friends, and it was an awesome experience. I also vlogged it. You can check it out. The Paris trip was awesome. The 10k race was awesome. The vibe there, just loved it. I used to hate running, but now I just love running. To track my runs, I use the Nike app and Strava app. I can connect the Nike app with Strava app, so it automatically posts on Strava as well. I use Nike because there is like a training plan that you can follow for 10K, for 5K, for half marathon. That's what I'm currently doing. Even a full marathon training plan. And for running shoes, I have the Pegasus 40. It's a good beginner running shoe. The sole is not that soft. It's a bit hard. So it's not ideal for long runs. And in Paris, I did buy a Nike Vaporfly. It's a race day shoe. It's a really good one. Because I've been really into running, I see a lot of content about running, right? And I also see a lot of videos about the Ironman, where you swim for almost 4 kilometers, you bike about 180 kilometers, and then you run a full marathon, 42 kilometers, like all of 3 in one. So they say like Ironman is like one of the hardest challenge you can do. It's interesting. Like even here in my city, they do a yearly half Ironman. And half Ironman is like 2 kilometer swimming, about 80 kilometer biking, and a half marathon, like 21 kilometers. It's very interesting. Like, I don't know, maybe in the future I would like to try. We'll see. Like I can swim, but not for a long time. So I'm a beginner at swimming. This year I'm focusing on running. And then I was thinking maybe next year I can focus more on swimming. And then the year after that I might focus on biking, and I might try an Ironman and a half Ironman at least in the future. I think this year will be about hybrid training. And I've heard that it's like an ideal type of training where you do gym workouts, you lift weights, but then you also work on your endurance. So you do endurance training like running, biking, swimming. So the plan is to combine going to the gym, lifting weights, and running this year. My favorite podcast by far is Modern Wisdom with Chris Williamson. I really love their podcasts. I think from all the podcasts, like 90% of the time I listen to Modern Wisdom. He has like very interesting guests on it, like very big names like Dr. Jordan Peterson, David Goggins, like the big names, Andrew Huberman. And the topics are very interesting to me, like psychology, philosophy, deeper topics. I really enjoy Modern Wisdom. Highly recommend you check that out. And I also listen to Diary of the CEO with Stephen Bartlett. Very good podcast. For entertainment, like I told you, like Chunks and Philly Show, you're from UK, like, and Sheiks and Geeks, like for entertainment, they are so funny. The books that I'm currently reading are Feel Good Productivity by Ali Abdaal. Like I've been following Ali Abdaal for years now. He's been creating YouTube videos, and I got a lot of value from his content. So I also bought that book to support him as a creator. I really like his content. He makes videos around personal development, productivity. He makes really good videos. I do need to read more pages from his book, because I also started reading another book, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. He's a Brazilian writer, and The Alchemist is fiction book, so it's a story about a shepherd who goes on an adventure, and then he tries to find his purpose in life. I think something like that. I only read like few pages of that book, so I don't know the whole story. But so far I'm really liking it. And I've heard from other people that it's really good. So I'm really excited to read more pages of The Alchemist and The Feel Good Productivity. The goal is to read 10 pages a day. Actually, I also have another book that I eventually have to read. It's a book about chess. At the end of last year, I was into learning about chess. When I was a kid, I used to play with my dad. He used to teach me some chess moves. I can still remember it. But then we stopped, and now I'm trying to get back into chess. So I pre-ordered a book from a chess content creator, Gotham Chess, if you know. let me know. He has a book, How to Win at Chess. I bought it, I got it. I still haven't started reading it, so I need to eventually start reading his book as well, because I want to get back into chess. And it was also my birthday this month on 15th of February. It was a good day. It was a good birthday. I went to eat some Korean in Antwerp with some of the friends. We ate really spicy food. I really love Korean food for some reason. Like in Paris, we ate Korean food every day, like Korean fried chicken, bibimbap, like every day. Just love Korean food. Next month, I want to focus on meditating more. I used to meditate like almost every day, but then I stopped doing it for the last few months. So that's bad because I see a lot of benefit of meditating, like being more aware of your thoughts, especially negative thoughts and your emotions. Like when you start to get angry or start to feel bad. Because of meditating, you are more aware of those emotions so that you can control them better. So I need to get back into meditating. I'll try to be more consistent with the content and try to create more content like this type of videos where it's less edited, more chill video, podcast style podcasts. I don't know what I should name the podcast. I have no idea. If you have an idea for a podcast where we can talk about, like this channel, self-improvement, personal development, psychology, philosophy, health, fitness, mindset. So if you have like a good idea for a name for a podcast, please let me know in the comments. Also like vlogs. I think people enjoy vlogs. I'll try to make more vlogs. And also sit-down videos, like the normal sit-down videos. I think being consistent with whatever you want to achieve, right? Being consistent is very important. I don't know how Chris Williamson said it, but he said, like, being consistent won't guarantee you success, but being inconsistent will definitely not bring you success. Something like that. So being consistent is very important, and being patient. If it's a worthwhile goal, right, it will definitely take time. I'm sure it will take time. You will face failures. You'll go through hard times. You really need to be patient and be optimistic about the goal you want to achieve. It might take a year. It might take 2, 3, 5 years. It might take a decade before you achieve your goal. So being consistent and being patient with it is very important to achieving your goals. And enjoying the journey, the process. Like Ali Abdal says this a lot in his videos and in his book, Journey Before Destination, that it's very important to do what you love, really enjoy the journey, the process, the journey being more important than the destination. People love pursuing and enjoy the pursuit more than like achieving it, having the goal. If you're on your journey like me, going after like our goals, like remind yourself to enjoy the process, the ups and the downs, embrace it, enjoy it. Like in few years when you do achieve your goals, you will look back and you will wish that you enjoyed more of the journey, the process. So keep that in mind. Reflect more. Like if you haven't done your monthly reflection, please do reflect on the month. See what you did well, what can improve, and set goals for next month. You have to set goals, right? Small goals, easy to achieve, build up the momentum, and eventually you can set bigger and bigger and bigger goals. So do that. Reflecting is very important. I would highly recommend doing some kind of exercise regularly. If you are a runner, you can follow me on Strava. I would love to connect, or DM me on Instagram. We can chat about running because I really love running now. Running or working out in the gym or at home. You can do that. And for your mind, if you can, read more books. Books are like what? $10 to $12? Very cheap. And the value that you get from a book. I've been saying this for years. It's so cheap to buy a book. The value that you get from a book, so big. Even like one idea from a book can change your whole life. It can change your, how do you say, like the trajectory of your life. I don't know if I said it correctly, but You know what I mean, right? I would recommend meditating as well, even if you have to meditate for even 1 minute. These days, I know it will be really hard to meditate because of the social media, TikTok. Like you constantly need to do something like check social media. You cannot wait like few minutes without doing anything, right? So, like meditating will be hard, I'm sure, but build up that momentum. Start with even if you have to do 30 seconds meditating, do it. And then slowly do like 45 seconds, then 1 minute, and then two and three, and so on. I think it's very important, especially in this time because of social media, TikTok, Instagram Reels. Our attention span is really shortened. It's very important to meditate. Like I said, the benefits, being aware of your thoughts and your emotions, and so you can control them better. Like it changes your life completely. I'm going to do it more, so I highly recommend for you to do it as well. So yeah, that's about it. Set goals. Let me know if you enjoy this video, like this type of video, podcast style. Let's just call it podcast. First episode. I don't know what I'll title it or what the name will be, but I'm doing it. I'm starting a podcast. I'm not going to wait for the perfect time to start a podcast. I'm just going to do it. It won't be perfect. Like in whatever you do, it won't be perfect. You just have to do it. Have enough courage to take that first step. Just do it. Don't worry about what other people might think. I know a lot of people want a lot of people wants to start creating content, start a YouTube channel, whatever, but they are too afraid of what other people might think, and it's normal. I used to have that fear as well at the beginning, but imagine if you don't start and when you get old, the regret you'll feel of not trying. You don't want that, right? I didn't want that as well. That's why I started my YouTube channel. I just took that leap of faith and I just started. Like even my English isn't the best, and I consider myself an introvert, more of an introvert than an extrovert. But I still did it. I don't want to use that as an excuse for not trying. I don't want it to be an excuse of not putting myself out there because I see a lot of benefit from it. And you get to know other people through your content. That's fucking awesome, right? And you improve your communication skills. You you build that skill of doing something you are afraid to do, but you do it anyways. So you're building up that courage, your confidence. It's like putting in the reps, like in gym, putting in the reps, doing it, practicing it. Then slowly but surely, you'll get better at it. So you're going to die, like Memento Mori from Stoicism. Remember, you're going to die. I'm going to die. The people you're like stressed about, they're also going to die. And I'm sure they don't even care about what you do. Like they're more focused on themselves and their lives that they don't really care what you do. So just do it. Memento mori. Just do it. You're going to die. Uh, all right. I'll end this video here. I did enjoy making this video now. Like at the beginning, I was a bit nervous, but now it feels good. I want to do more of this, like longer form video. I don't care if the video performs well, or I don't care what other people think of me. I just don't care. Life is short. You're going to die. I'm going to die. I want to inspire and motivate people. So I cannot do that if I'm scared. Like, I want to inspire people. So I have to do it through action. and my words as well, and keeping my promises. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this video, or if you have any feedback, or any topics that you want me to talk about in the next episode. Let me know. Live your life to the fullest. Face your fears. Have enough courage to do what you truly want to do. Be authentic. Don't fake. Just be your true self, but also work on yourself. That's it. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.